Hello, this is Japanese Introduction Hiragana Lesson 1. Today we're going to review a few of the hiragana characters. Not all of them, but a few of them. We're going to start off with the vowels a, I, U, E, O.
あ、あ、あ、い、い、い、う、う、う、え、え、え、お、お、お、
The K row, which is ka, ki, ku, ke, ko.
か、き、く、け、こ、
The S, sa, shi, su, se, so.
さ、し、す、せ、そ、
The R, ra, ri, ru, re, ro.
ら、り、る、れ、ろ。
R is a difficult line to master because it's not the traditional American hard R, as in race and rob. It is more of a softer R that is typically found in Spanish-speaking languages. Um, so it's ra, ri, ru, re, ro. And then we have our W, which is wa. There is no WI or WU or WE. Then it goes to O. And lastly, we have the N sound.
わ、お、ん。
Today is lesson 1 of Japanese. We are working on our first section of hiragana. So we have our vowels, and we have 4 rows that we're going to be working with, the K, S, R, W rows. To help Maya out with the vowel sounds, we have an indicator at the top. So for A, the A is like as in father. The I is as in feet. U, the U as in look. The E as in pet, and O as in so. So Maya, let's start off with the vowels.
A, I, U, E, O. Ka, ki, ku, ke, ko. Sa, shi, su, se, so. La, ri, ru, re, ro. Wa, o, n.
Notice that the R row does not sound like your typical American R. It's not ra, ri, ru, re, ro. It has a softer R that is somewhere in between the L sound and the R sound. So after we go over our hiragana, then we move into our light reading. So the light reading is there so that the student can understand how the sounds work and how they begin to blend in. As we progress, the combinations will become more complicated. Line 1.
A, I, U, E, O, N. A, sa, ra, wa, sa, wa, ran. I, ki, shi, ri. Wa, ki, ri. U, ku, su, ru, ra, ku, ru, 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 rushi. A, ke, se, re, su, suse, keka. O, ko, so, ro, se, o, so, re.
After we go over this section of the reading, the light reading, then we have the writing component. And so what I ask her to do is to go through and write, practice her writing with the proper stroke order, because in Japanese, stroke order is extremely important. And now we move into the more complicated reading, only using the hiragana that she has learned thus far. So she has 8 vocabulary words slash sayings in Japanese. And so for this, it's always best to enlarge it so that um, the student can actually see the words a little bit better. Do I need to enlarge it some more?
No, it's good.
Okay, so number 1,
Washi.
that's not wa, that's R-E.
Ureshi.
Ureshi, ka,
Kawaii.
kawaii,
Ikora.
ikura,
Ikura.
ikura.
Iya.
Mhm.
Suka.
K-I.
Suki.
Mhm.
Kirai.
Kirai,
Oishi.
oishi,
Okawai.
okawai,
Okawai.
okawari. Yeah, it's difficult for a lot of people in the very beginning to see the difference between the I and the ri. The E is the two marks here are approximately the same length, whereas the ri, the first marking, is about half the length of the second marking. And it's kind of like the second marking is kind of cradling the first one. So that's a good way to kind of remember the difference between the I and the ri. But you did a very good job. I'm very proud of you on your first lesson of Japanese, learning hiragana. The next lesson, lesson 2, is going to include these hiraganas with another set of hiragana characters, and we're going to be blending both sets into one. Okay. So what I want you to do is to practice saying your going over your characters, making sure that you enunciate all the different sounds. So, a, I, u, e, o, ka, ki, ku, ke, ko, sa, shi, su, se, so, ra, ri, ru, re, ro, and so forth. So that, and just keep saying it over and over, as well as looking at the characters and coming up with a way to remember each one of the characters indicates. Like for the ka, we talked about ka being someone being bent over and kicked in the butt. And that's a good way to remember the ka. And we have a couple of other different methods to remember some of the others. But kind of try to figure out your own way to remember your own pictorial representation of the different characters. By coming up with your own pictorial representation, what that does, it helps you transition into the kanji, because the kanji is pictorial representations of different things. So once you're able to can make these into pictorial representations, then you'll be able to see some pictorial representations within the kanji. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome.